Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And you know it is JJ with you once again. Welcome to the first video of 2025 on the channel, right here. You know it. 2024 has passed us, and I'll tell you what, it's been a bumpy road, people, but now we're on 2025. Okay, get started off with this. I know a couple subscribers, I know one of them were asking me about SLI. Is it still effective, as well as Crossfire? If you don't know what SLI is basically a version of NVIDIA, and where you can adapt two graphics cards and combine it into one. This was back years ago. And now they discontinued SLI just as well as AMD and their Crossfire. Same principle. But I just want to give you a good look of the video cards that I found. I found some of them, but I found a list of graphics cards for SLI. So if you want to attempt something like this, you can. But there's a little bit of caveat to it, so make sure you stick around to the end and hear my conclusion. So let's go to the action screen and see what I got cooking. Alright, as you can see, I got a small cursor, and guess what? I just messed up the whole video. You know I didn't mess up the whole video. As you know, I gotta take and go and get a big old cursor for you all to see. Make it bright, so that way you all can see. Big, bright cursor. Okay, this says here are some of the NVIDIA GPUs that are compatible with SLI. And you got a whole list going all the way down, all the way down. I'm not going to mention all of them because it'll take me 2 hours just to get through this one. No, I'm just kidding. But you got a long list. You can pause it right here and see that list if you want. I'm sure there's more out there. Don't quote me on that, but this is the list I compiled for SLI, and also to the motherboards that you need for SLI. So this is some of the motherboards that I compiled. You can stop it, pause the video right here and take a look at it. I'll give you a second on that. All right, I gave you that second. So you got the Strix B450-F Gaming, AM4. You got Mag B550 Tomahawk, AM4. You got the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi, LGA 1151, and so on. As you guys read along, you can see the different motherboards. I'm sure there's more. So don't quote me on. I'm just giving you a small list to start with. I'm sure you can find more motherboards and more graphics cards out there to do SLI. I know some people were curious about it, so we give you the list of SLI. We're going to give you the list of Crossfire, so that way you can see what you're looking at if you want to get an idea. Excuse me. Let's go back to the action screen. Okay, here's the list of AMD. Now, I'll give you a couple seconds to go through it. Alright, so you can pause the video at any time and, check it out. These are just a list of some that I found. So, moving on to the motherboards for AMD, for Crossfire. Looks like they got a few. These motherboards are not too expensive if you're going to do Crossfire kind of thing. So, they're not too expensive. I found out, that'll be in the conclusion. We'll have to work our way to the conclusion. So, right here, this gives you some of the motherboards that I found that might be useful for you if you want to do Crossfire. And you're asking yourself, Jay, you're asking yourself, hey, why am I going to do Crossfire? And you think about it, if you want to do it, it's not going to give you an advantage point. Okay, so let's go back to the main screen. I'll give you my conclusion and tell you what's cooking. Alright, this is my conclusion after I wrap everything up here really quick. So basically, minimize that. So there we go. My conclusion is this. There's no advantage point of doing SLI or Crossfire unless you're doing video editing. But as far as your new games, they don't support it. And I wanted to do a test. I wanted to do a test bench with 2 GPUs, a decent processor, a decent motherboard, but to find out that I have none of these components on hand to build a 2 GPU device to make Crossfire. Yes, I have 2 GT 730s, but they're not SLI compliant. So me plugging them both in is just basically saying to you, I got a primary GPU and I got a secondary GPU. The only thing they're good for at this point in time, only thing they're good for is extra displays out. See, if you want to hook up extra monitors, there you go. You can add graphics cards to hook up more monitors. Not sure how many lanes it's going to take. I'm sure it's going to take a couple. I'm sure it'll probably take running them many secondaries. It'll probably take up a lane for each. A lane to 2. Depends on how many graphics cards you got. From what their breakdown was, is if you run 2 graphics cards, it takes 8x away from the X16 slot, so that makes the X16 slot 8x. And if you're going to put 4 graphics cards in, you're going to use 16 monitors and make one your primary display monitor. But all those rest of the graphics cards are not going to, all they're going to do is become display monitors. They're passive. That's all they become, is passive. I tried that to see if I can take integrated graphics and a discrete graphics card and use my integrated graphics as a primary display and my discrete graphics card as a secondary display. Did it work? Yes. Did it utilize anything from the secondary graphics card? No. It was just another display port. That's all it becomes. There's not much more to it because NVIDIA and AMD don't support SLI and Crossfire. And really, Microsoft doesn't neither. So, I just wanted to give you this rundown so that way you understand. Because I know Saturday I was going to show something about it on the live stream, but I figured I'd just put it here today. That way I can show you guys what's cooking. Figured I'd take a couple minutes, show you that if I don't have any graphics cards on their list or motherboards on their list, it's going to be an absolute waste of time for me to actually show you how Crossfire and SLI works. It's going to be an actual waste of time making a video, waste of the video, and you guys saying to me, well, Jay, you don't do it that way. Well, yeah, That's the reason why I put the list of the graphics cards and the motherboards. Some, not all, but I'm sure you'll find more. So that way you can get a good start on the components that you could, if you want to test it out yourself, to start your journey. But we're going to start our journey right now with graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. Yeah, this is a two-part video. I forgot to tell you all. That's the reason why I said stick to the end, because now it's going to get even better. So let's go ahead and take a gander at all the graphics cards that are around in the beginning month of January. Even though we know we got CES coming around the 7th of January this year, we're just doing a little bit of a roundup on the graphics cards that we see currently with Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center. And we're going to also take a gander too into the fact of we're going to look in and see what's going on with Intel's B580 graphics cards. We got a little bit more coming for you, so stick around for that. And I didn't let the fun stop. I just had to get on Amazon, so I kind of forgot to put my face in there. There we go. Okay, I had to jump on Amazon to see what's going on. Let's see. Let's go $149 for a 1060. Not too bad. 3060, 12 gigabyte. It's still around the same price. The 4070, 609. Ooh, that's a little... Well, that's the Super Edition. MSRP was $600, so $10 more. That's not too bad. And they got more. They got used for $603. I'm really sure you guys ain't gonna be buying a used with it only being $6 more. Don't be cheap. Get the new one. Just say it. 6600, 209, still the same. See, some of these graphics cards never change in price. They really don't. Because they know they're the old reliables. That's the reason why they do this. They keep them at the same price, is because they're the old reliables. And they know everybody's watching them to see if the price drops. But I mean, you get a 4060 EX White OC Extreme Tuner app control for $319.97. That's a 4060, and then going back up to a 7600 XT that's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That seems like it's not, I mean, you got, for $300, you got a 3060 with 12 gigabytes. Where I went with that was, it was kind of, looks like they're jockeying for the top position. 404. See, that's the thing. The 7700 XT was 404. I did see the 7800 XT at 430. So, price to performance, I would go with the 7800 XT. Just saying. $750 for a 7900 XT? I don't see it. I really don't see it. Especially with all the new graphics card leaks that have been coming out and CES so close. We're now, what we're looking for is that if they're lowering their price, because they know at CES the new prices are going to come out, and at the end of January, you know NVIDIA is going to be launching the 4080. So keep that in mind. And February, they're probably going to be launching the 4090, the 4070 Ti, and the 4070. that might be in February, or that might be split up February and March, and it might be April, May, and June by the time they get to the last one. So they might spread it halfway through the year. You never know. But we're going to see what the 5060 and the 5060 Ti's got to offer, truthfully, because I'm really curious myself. From what I'm looking at the reports and everything, and I know you guys are going to lambaste me in the comments below, but that's okay. I understand, you know. But with the economy and inflation and everything else, and I really don't want to switch to AMD just yet, because like with Intel, AMD still got to prove themselves on their graphics cards to me. Now, the couple days ago, I had to go over to my friend's computer, look at it, update it, and guess what? As soon as I updated to the newest software for AMD's graphics card, the computer on startup started glitching. And I know the hardware, there's nothing wrong with the hardware that's built inside it, the motherboard, the processor, the RAM. I know there's nothing wrong with it, because I've already ran this computer on with my 4070, and I know there's nothing wrong with it. I think they're going to be on a glitch zone with the newest software that just came out. So, if you got that problem, leave that comment down below on this video and let me know if you're having a glitching problem with the newest software from AMD. So that way we can cover it on Saturday on the live stream. And make sure you're there, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here. So, now we went through Amazon, didn't find crap. Go to Newegg, let's see if we can find more crap. Okay, so they got a 4070 right here for $549. And it's the 6X version, and it's MSI Venice. And they got a gigabyte 4060 for $309. Like I said, prices are not changing. 7900 XTX went back up from 700 to 800. So, yeah, there was a $740 some version out there. And you might find it, you might not, who knows. So, 3060 12 gigabyte for $290. $40 difference from a B580 to a RTX 3060. Same amount of RAM. GTX 1660 Super. Wow. I don't think I would go that route. Not for 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Not when you can get 12 gigabytes and get one of a 3060 or a B580. If you can find the B580 for $250, my ass. So, like I said, if you can find them. Because it seems like Intel turned their B580 into a paper launch. And it's been a month since they were supposed to put out those $250 graphic cards. A month. A little over a month. It's like within the first day or two, those $250 graphics cards were gone. I mean, they were gone. And the only thing that you can, well, we'll get there. I'm going to show you what's going on. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through Micro Center, and then we're going to go back to Amazon and see what the B580 is doing. So, let's keep moving on down the road and see if we can find something that is sufficient, which I can tell you it's not looking good. They're raising their prices instead of lowering their prices and being smart about it. They're raising their prices and they're making the consumer spend more for less. You pay more for less performance. This is becoming a bunch of crap. So you pay more for less performance. Like this right here, the 7600. That should be at $159 for the performance. The 3080 should be at $429, but they're charging you double. 4060, they got it for $539 here. Yeah, that card should be down to $250. It's not. 7800 XT, they got this one here for $788. What is it, made of gold? My God, these prices are just ridiculous. I mean, all right, let's move over to Micro Center, because I can tell you Amazon and Newegg are all ridiculous on their crap this week. Let's see. 4070s. No. Let's see. 7800 XT, $499. No. They had better deals about a month ago. 4060. No. 4070. No. Because that's the V2. Something tells me when they say V2 version 2, that means it's GDDR6 and not the GDDR6X. That's what makes that card invaluable. And it's a gigabyte too, so it's definitely invaluable. Sorry, Gigabyte users. I don't like Gigabyte for the simple fact that they have the crappiest markings on their motherboard. And when it comes to learning how their BIOS works, it's like, you know, they just dropped a big egg and cracked it all over their motherboard and said, okay, you clean out each little piece. Not happening. That's why I like Asus. Very comprehensive, very simple. You can go from A to Z through all the sections. It gives you a reference to all the plugins that's in there on that motherboard. As far as that BIOS, the BIOS is great. I mean, I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got 4 Asus motherboards. My next adventure is going to be MSI. That's the next motherboard I want to get, is an MSI motherboard. And I want to start my adventure with MSI. And see what their BIOS is all about. So, make sure y'all ring-a-ling-a-ling something in their ear and say, hey, come and look at this video. Because obviously they're not paying attention. There's actually sleeping at the wheel at this time. And when it comes to their products and them getting constructive criticism for it, obviously they're not getting enough. Because they're sleeping. It's because everybody just buys their products and walk away and says, okay, well, it works, it works. When you piss away $1,000 on a graphics card, you want to make sure it does more than work. You want to make sure it does price to performance. Which you notice with some of the reviewers doing price to performance, it's like them taking a dollar bill and wiping their butthole with it. Really. And do it on camera too. So, and if you don't know what that means, then you better go back to school. But looking through these graphics cards, I'm going to tell you, I am not impressed. I would imagine after New Year's sale, after Christmas sale, they would have everything marked down to where everybody's buying everything, and it's just going out of style. And I just don't really see anything going out of style right now. I mean, get Assassin's Creed. Everybody's got Assassin's Creed. Why the hell would you put that there? Purchase of qualifying Intel products. Oh, that must be the B580. Oh, yeah. We'll get to that. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to click off Micro Center. We're going to go back to Amazon. And we're going to look at the B580. We're just going to keep rolling through, and then I'll give you my final conclusion at the end of the video. $388, yeah, B580. A770, $319. Nothing here. A580, $169. A580, not B580, A580. 7600, B580, $370. $400. Yeah, like everybody's going to piss $400 on, these. You know what? I'm going to explain something to y'all. Well, no, I'll come back to this. I'll leave this up as an example, but you guys get the point. I'm going to leave this one here right as an example. And when I give you my final conclusions, we'll come back to it. Okay, Newegg. $379, $429, same as the 7800 XT. When they come down in price, they'll come down in price again. They'll come down to $429, and this will look like crap. So let's get to the real deal. Like I said, again, this will look like crap. $419. Oh, here we go. Coming soon. Coming soon. Look at this. New AI assistant. Oh yeah, let the scalpers know that there's a new AI assistant on here that can take and notify them within the matter of seconds to come and buy all the graphics cards up for $250. Oh, we got one, but it's out of stock with $10.75 shipping. Are you fucking serious right now? Are you serious right now? A $250 graphics card. You're going to take, let me get the calculator out, because this is driving me nuts. Let me get this calculator out. So you're going to take and charge me $280. Let's say $280. And you're going to add on $10.75 shipping. Oh, too many fives. And then you're going to add on $35. Too many zeros. For a 3-year warranty. So now you're up to $325.75. If you minus it from the $250, that's how much they rip you off, for $75.75. Now, that's at a $250 graphics card. By the time you get one of those $400 ones, it's going to be up over $550. So, let me put the calculator down for now. Out of stock, $269. $279, $269. Do we see anything better? I don't see anything better. Not on Newegg. Moving on, let's go to Micro Center. This is the only 3 they got. $260. And you get a game with it. Assassin's Creed. Boy, that's just really, You know, if you would have put Rift and Clank on there, I'm thinking people would have bought it. Or if you would have put, like, you know, choose your own favorite game and you have a big list that you can choose from, kind of thing, where somebody can choose their own game and you have a big variety list and they can choose whatever game they want. On the specific graphics cards, you just put choose your own game. That would have been cool. $10 more, warranty, still comes out to be, what I say, $325.75 from a $250 graphics card. Actually, no. You add $10 onto this. So now you're looking at another $10 to that, and that's extra $85.75. $95.75. Right here, $95.75 more that you're going to have to pay. More that you're going to have to pay. Especially if you want to keep a full 5-year warranty on your graphics card. 2 years from the factory and 3 years from their place. If they do a 3 year. Some do 2 years, some do 1 year. I think they're 3 year. You might want to, you know, you can quote me on that, leave a note on that, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But as far as I see with Amazon, it's a joke. Newegg, it's a joke. Micro Center is the only one that I can see right now that they have in stock with the game that'll knock these graphics cards down to from the $269.99 to $219.99. Take $50 off for Assassin's Creed. So and looks like the ASRock right here, B580 Challenger overclocked dual fan is the only one that we see here today on Graphics Card Nightmares. Only one that's worth something. The only graphics card that we found today that's worth something right here at Micro Center for $260. Which is cheaper than buying it from Newegg and Amazon for the fact that the graphics cards over there are between $380 to $400. So $335 with tax and with a 3-year warranty is cheaper than buying it just without a warranty and everything else, all the bells and whistles from Amazon and Newegg. Just saying. Okay, now we got this out of my system. Let me close this off. Let's go back to the main screen and I'm going to tell you my thought. Actually, I told you some of my thought right there about the B580. Now, coming to light that the older graphics cards, like your let's go with NVIDIA, let's go with your 10 series, 20 series, 30 series, 40 series. They're all raising up in prices. If you go to eBay, e-waste, whatever you want to call it, you're paying close to brand new prices over on eBay. So it's worthless to go over there and pay used price, buy a used GPU for new prices. No sense. If you're going to do that, then go and buy a brand new one. Simple. Not unless there's other sites out there you can get a better deal, then I would go with those. If they're trusted sites. If you don't trust them, don't go with them. You got to develop that trust. So I'm just dealing with the companies I know that I've worked, getting product from for many years now. So I can tell you where I lie with that. And Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center, the only three. Well, actually, Walmart. You can throw Walmart in there. And you probably can, well, no. I was about to say Best Buy, but I don't know. They're kind of on shaky terms. Or you can say Jawa. I never shopped on Jawa. You know, I mean, that's to each is their own. So the sites that I shop on usually are Amazon, Newegg, or Micro Center. Or I wouldn't even, don't even get me on e-waste or eBay. That's if I got a couple $100 to burn. That would be something that I might do on eBay, is take a couple $100 to burn and go and buy parts from there, get them here and test them out and show y'all what kind of crap that I bought off of eBay. So, just saying. But anyway, don't be tired of it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Put a like on the video. And also, too, don't forget about that notification bell you like to turn off. Well, turn it back on, so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time. Until the next time. Until the next time and the next video, we will see you on the next one.